In this video, I'm going to show how to store SLP tokens on a paper wallet and then retrieve those tokens. And there's a few caveats with SLP tokens that make them a little different than working with Bitcoin Cash, which I covered in a previous video. So in that previous video, I introduced paperwallet.fullstack.cash, which will direct you to this web app on the Filecoin blockchain and generate a new paper wallet. And I also have a physical paper wallet here next to me that I'm going to use in this demonstration. So the actual act of sending tokens to a paper wallet and then retrieving them is exactly the same as I showed in the previous video with Bitcoin Cash. So let me show how to do that. In this example, I'm going to send some Trout tokens, and because those are my test tokens, I'm in the token area, and I've shown this in previous videos on how to work with tokens. I'm going to click on this icon to open up the webcam and use this to scan the SLP token address on the paper wallet. And I'm going to send 10 tokens to the paper wallet. And here's a transaction ID that we can check if we want, just to proof that the transaction happened. And the wallet is updating. It'll show my balance with 10 less tokens. Now, retrieving the tokens is exactly the same, but one difference is that you have to have some Bitcoin Cash in your wallet, or you have to send some Bitcoin Cash to the paper wallet in order to pay for transaction fees. There has to be Bitcoin Cash somewhere to pay the transaction fees, either in the web wallet or on the paper wallet itself. So, but other than that, scanning it is exactly the same as I showed in previous videos. I am going to open this button and sweep that QR code. And again, you'll get this TXID that you can check on the Block Explorer. There is a better Block Explorer for tokens at simpleledger.info. Blockchair doesn't really show very much. It's barely token aware. So you can copy that transaction ID and paste it in the SLP Token Explorer if you're a developer and you want to dig into this stuff. So as I showed, this is really no different than working with Bitcoin Cash, with that one caveat of that you have to have some Bitcoin Cash to pay the transaction fees. But there are a few other things to be aware of for tokens. These do not apply to Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is much safer, but there's a few caveats here. First of all, don't store multiple token types on the same paper wallet. That's a bad practice. It won't necessarily lead to anything bad, but it increases the chances that something bad could happen. So what I mean by multiple token types is that each little card displayed here is a different token type. So I wouldn't want to send my honk tokens and my USDH tokens and my Spice tokens all to the same paper wallet. I would want to use 3 separate paper wallets and store each token type on each paper wallet. Now I can send multiple transactions of Spice tokens to the same wallet, but the idea is you want to keep one type of token on one piece of paper wallet. This makes it easier for the software and makes it less likely that something bad will happen. And when I mean by bad, I mean burning. This is one of the flaws in SLP tokens, is that it's possible to get into a situation where the tokens get burned, and they just evaporate into thin air. And so that's why I tend to not use SLP tokens for stable coins. I tend to keep my stable coins on other blockchains that don't have this burning issue, and then I'll just move a small amount to the Bitcoin Cash blockchain in order to take advantage of the fast movement and the low transaction fees. Another caveat to be aware of is that wallet.fullstack.cash is the only wallet that's capable of sweeping tokens off of a paper wallet. I'm not aware at the time that I'm making this video, of another wallet that can sweep tokens. There was one other wallet that had this feature because I wrote the code for it, Badger Wallet Mobile, but I don't know what the state of that is anymore. And I'm pretty sure any other wallets have sweeping features, like for sweeping Bitcoin Cash off of a paper wallet that I showed in the last video. But if you do that with SLP tokens, there's a very good chance that the wallet will burn them. So only use wallet.fullstack.cash unless you know for sure that the other wallet can sweep tokens. Also, don't store tokens with frequent airdrops. In particular, FlexUSD is the only one that I'm aware of that anybody really needs to worry about. That's a popular stable coin that every hour they do an interest payment, and what that ends up doing is it stores your paper wallet gets a ton of UTXOs on it, and then when you go to get those tokens later, the wallet has a really hard time and probably won't be able to retrieve the tokens from it, and there's a strong possibility that they could be burned, or there's a potential there. So I always encourage people, like, there's nothing wrong with FlexUSD and there's nothing wrong with stablecoins. This is not the proper technology for that. You're better off storing your any tokens with serious value. You should store them probably on a different blockchain. But if you're just if the tokens don't have a lot of monetary value and you just need to get them out of your wallet, this is a great way to store them. And yeah, unless something weird, like one of these weird caveat corner cases is happening, you should be fine.